We're renovating the exterior envelope of the old City Hall building. We're doing it because it was on our long-range capital plan to upgrade the exterior of the facility to hope to get another 100 years out of it. The scope of the project is restoring all of the stone elements. Balustrade, brick, granite are the primarily three stone elements comprising the exterior envelope. And we got into that and examined what needs to be polished off, clean, and what needs to be replaced. Well, actually, that's a total team effort. The design firm, Fleischman Garcia, as well as the contractor, Wallbridge, and their main subcontractor, Resticon, all collaborated in that effort, doing tests and performing tests, which made like a scratch down process that exposed what we believe was the original grout. And through color testing, we're able to determine what that color was. And then we worked with Dennis Fernandez's office, Historic Preservation, to affirm what we believe to be those colors. Renovation is necessary to upgrade the envelope to curtail water intrusion and help the building envelope sustain itself. What exactly is being done right now is a complete restoration of the granite, brick, terracotta elements that are on the building. Some terracotta is being totally replaced, the balustrade up at the third level. We are replacing brick here and there all around the envelope in order to restore the original look. Throughout the years, there were many little projects that were done. Old fire stairs taken off the building, and brick was replaced, but didn't really match. So we want to make sure that matched. The grout itself, placed back in the 80s, doing that renovation, but in this renovation we took a hard look at restoring it back to its original color as well. When you think of the building from its beginning service life in the early 1900s to where we are today, as you know, there was an annex to the back that was the police station and fire station, and that had a connecting bridge. It was built before air conditioning, as you can imagine, and it actually had an early fire stair, steel stair that hung off the south side. Those elements were removed, and the building pretty much functioned with the staircases within. In the 80s, a major renovation was done. The original windows were wood, for example. Almost 80% of those were replaced in the 80s. And at that time, brick, grout joints and all were pointed. Today, we're doing a much closer look. A few years ago, about 6 years ago, we replaced the windows and took care of that first. And now, with this focus on the stone and brickwork, the goal is to make sure we are retarding water intrusion and also bringing it back to its original look. The skeleton of the building is actually concrete with steel. So it's a concrete frame building with steel as the main structural frame. So the brick and the granite and the terracotta all is supported by steel and concrete. When this project is finished, the building will look like it did in 1915. And that is the intent and the focus of the project. It's a visual response. Yes, many of us probably were not here when it opened in 1915. However, when you look at, if you pay attention to the brick itself and the stonework and the balustrade, terracotta work, is going to be brighter, cleaner. The grout joints will be a little bit darker than what they were before. So that will pronounce the brick even more than it was previously. Going well, going well. This is a very surgical project. So as you can tell by some of the activities that you witness, we have a lot of grinding, hammer drill, a lot of noise to chip out old steel and old brick and taking the terracotta off that we need to replace. So that's the handwork. But other than that, it's been going very smoothly.